Just days after Cabinet approved the bill on the vetting of judges, the civil society is already poking holes in some of its articles. A group comprising of members of the Law Society of Kenya, FIDA, ICJ and the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights says the Public Service Commission, which was mandated to hire the vetting board, is not fit to do so.
And that's why we are calling on the principals. Give us a transparent, credible process. And the Public Service Commission cannot be, by any measure of standard, be called a credible, transparent commission, because they appointed them and they do not pass the leadership, whatever criteria are set out in the Constitution.
The vetting board is meant to have 9 members once constituted. It will start vetting with the judges of the High Court and those of the Court of Appeal. The group also wants the new Chief Justice to be appointed from outside the judiciary, saying the vetting process will take too long. The new constitution requires the current Chief Justice to resign after 6 months of the promulgation.
When we look at the timelines that have been set, we realize that by the time he vacates office and another one is appointed, the vetting process would not have been completed. And we don't want a situation where a judge is then appointed as a Chief Justice and then he's vetted and thrown out.
It would be good to give the judiciary fresh air from outside. But that is not to say they will prejudice any judge who has been vetted and who otherwise qualifies as a lawyer and as a judge to be a CJ.
The group says it has a list of qualified people which it will present to the President and the Prime Minister for consideration to be appointed as Chief Justice, and another of those who should be blacklisted. Meanwhile, a section of the civil society have threatened mass action should the Chief Justice refuse to form a tribunal to investigate the conduct of the Chairman of the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission, Bethwel Kiplagat. The group, called Kenya Transitional Justice Network, had last week given the Chief Justice Evan Gisheru a 1-week ultimatum to constitute a tribunal over Kiplagat. Andrew Ochieng, Citizen Weekend.